And Nona Peltier is in the studio with me for the business news. Nona, so inflation figures, a little bit stronger than expectations, but not really enough to fire things up?
Not really. Well, look, the Reserve Bank will really need to try and drive the economy into sort of red hot, movement, because to counter what's going on in the global situation, the global economic growth is slowing. So what we had was figures which were slightly better than expectations, certainly better than the Reserve Bank was expecting. So the 3 months to September, the inflation was 0.7%. That's pretty strong, relatively speaking, considering how prices have been quite weak for a while. And the inflation rate was 1.5%. So that's short of the mark. The Reserve Bank likes to see inflation around 2%. Certainly would probably like to see it a little bit higher than at the moment. So that pretty much cemented an interest rate cut next month. And maybe even in next year, we might see some more of those. And so that meant that our dollar was probably a little weaker today at 62.7 US cents and 93.1 Australian. Against the pound, there's been a lot of interest in the UK because the Brexit talks seem to be going fairly well. Who knew? There's a lot of detail yet to be worked out. So it's a pretty positive tone. And the British pound has been strengthening. So we're at 49.2 against the pound at the moment. And I haven't seen it that low for a while.
That'll hurt anyone who's going over there for a trip,
indeed,
won't it?
But on the other hand, that's just the ups and downs you find with the currency market, Lisa. Now, what else do we have? Restaurant brands.
Yes, tell me about Restaurant Brands. So this is the fast food operator.
This is our chicken KFC. And not just KFC, it's also could be Taco Bell coming up.
Yeah.
So the company made a first half net profit of $20 million, but it took a big accounting hit, which we've seen across almost all companies reporting. If you took that out, it was about $25 million, which is a fairly good profit. The market certainly liked it, and their share price rose 4% to $11.64.
So they have a heap of food brands, right?
Yes, they do.
Did they tell you anything about which ones are the strongest performers?
Yes, I can tell you. So Pizza Hut was the weakest performer. Starbucks used to be, but they sold that one.
Yeah.
And Carl's Jr. was a bit of was an underperformer, but that really took off in the last half because of Uber Eats. A lot of people are ordering their burgers from Carl's Jr., and that's boosted their sales. So there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, so
rest of the market?
The rest of the market was interesting. We finished very strongly. The NZX Top 50 Index, it rose nearly 1.25% today. At the end, it was really strong, 133 points up to a near record high of 11,179.
I can barely keep up with the yo-yoing market. 1 minute we're over the 11,000 mark, and then the next
we used to think it was remarkable if something moved 1%. But these days, I was speaking with an analyst or a broker not so long ago, and the market had moved like 0.5%. And he said, "Oh yeah, the market's a little changed." I'm like, "It's 0.5%." He goes, "Oh, yeah, that's a little changed."
This is the new normal.
The new normal indeed.
Thanks, Nona. Nona Peltier with our business wrap.